Network. Return to the Knicks podcast, game number 5, as the New York Knicks trying to be a gentleman in the semifinals of the Eastern Conference, looking out to close out the defending world champion Boston Celtics on their home court tonight. Hello, everyone. I'm the host, BY AST JEDI Kev, the Don of the Watch Along, here to do the play-by-play, the call, the watch along of Game 5, as our Knicks looking to try to stamp their ticket for the first time since 2000, heading into the Eastern Conference Finals. Ahead of them is the defending world champions on their home court. It's not going to be an easy task at hand, but I think the Knicks are up to the big task at hand. Salute everyone again. I hope you guys are ready. I hope you guys are pumped. I hope you guys are energetic, ecstatic. I don't even know what more action words or that I want to put here. I'm so excited to see what the Knicks do here. They've got 3 games to win 1 to head and host the Eastern Conference Finals if they win. The Indiana Pacers has already stamped their tickets. They're waiting for us at the Eastern Conference Finals, or they're waiting the winner of this series at the Eastern Conference Finals for Game 1. But we cannot look ahead. It's one possession, one game, one half at a time. You got to win those individual battles. Tonight, if we want to make a wager, the Knicks are a 5.5-point favorite underdog on the road. And, of course, the over and under is 280 points and a half. I always tell you guys, bet with your head, not over your head, and good luck on those that are going to make the wages. Or if you're going to make it a 3-game parlay, 3-legged parlay with some Karl-Anthony Towns rebounds, if you're going to take the amount of threes made by the Boston Celtics and all that good stuff, whichever way spices up your viewing of the game tonight. We tell you to watch along with us. Do not watch alone. If you're on X, don't watch alone. Come watch with us here on the playback. I have some VIP passes. You're actually going to see the game, not just hear me call it and watch it. You get to see all the actions from inside the timeout, what's going on in the Boston arena, what body language the coaches have, etc. We ask you to join us. We ask you to participate, to be part of our channel. If you're on YouTube, thank you, YouTube. Don't forget to hit that like button. You also can watch us on the playback. The video, the description, or the link to watch the game with us is in the video. Just hit it there. It's going to say Playback TV, Sports Jedi Network. Click on it. Boom, you're here. You let me know you're in the chat. You get to put a quick pass or VIP to bring you into the VIP section. You get an upgrade, and you get to watch the game with us, not watch along with it. We want you to participate in the chat. We don't want you to be just a spectator. We want you to be a participant, because this is a special night here, these games here. There's not that many NBA basketball games left. If you're a Knicks fan, they're starting to get smaller and smaller. Yes, the train is heading towards a certain destination, but don't just sit there in silence. Let your voice be heard. Let your voice be amplified here on our channel, and let's continue to root and have a community of Knicks fans or basketball fans come together, interact, talk about basketball games, and let's root for our favorite teams, and let's go. We got D-Ross is in the building with the big salute. D-Ross is in the building. D-Ross is one of the Cool Calm Collective. That's his nickname. I gave it to him from the very first time he's on the channel, because he always have the emojis with the glasses. And when I think of D-Ross, I think of a man who's calm, cool, and collected on the glasses. So salute, D-Ross. What's up? It's Wednesday. Let's go. You know what that means? That means we're going to go play some basketball, and we're looking to go into another round of basketball playoffs, something that we haven't done since 2000. So let's go. I'm pumped. I'm excited. I'm ecstatic as the Celtics take the floor. Now, for the Celtics, unfortunately, Jason Tatum has an Achilles tear. He went under surgery, so he's out for the playoffs. Speedy recovery for young man. Speedy recovery. Listen, we went through our injuries last year. A lot of our guys went down. I'm not wishing any ill will. I wanted to beat the Celtics with everyone on the floor. But that game number 4, we beat you with him on the floor. So, man, that's a tough one. Alex, what's going on, Alex? Hi, Alex. I hope you're doing well watching us on YouTube. Thank you so much. I appreciate you on the YouTube app. Thank you for reaching out. Again, you could watch the game with us on playback. You could also chime in the chat on the YouTube channel. I appreciate you. Well, as well, everyone in the Rumba app on X. Thank you so much. Big task at hand is talking to them loud. He's talking to them with some bangs and some boom and some bombs. He says, let's get this game, Jedi. Big task. Salute. Good evening. Let's go. Yes, let's get this game. I'm excited. Let's go. Let's do this. We're about to get. Let me bring it. Let's go. Yes, talk to them. Talk to them. Talk to them. Porzingis is in the starting lineup for Tatum, and we're going to bring the game in. If you're on the playback, you're going to see it. If you're on every else, you're going to listen to me do the call. We got Nate Dogg is in the building. Yo, Nate Dogg, what's going on? Nate is in the building. What is going on, Nate? Oof, let's go. Oh, why? What? Come on, playback. Don't. Now it's lingering. Come on, playback. Don't linger on me. Let's get right into it. I was just about to shout you out. There you go. Love it. I have the Knicks in 5. I think a lot of people do as well. Let me see if I can get this back on. There it is. And we go. Tip-off is on its way, and we're going. Knicks are going from left to right. Celtics with the ball. White to Porzingis, so they went right into it. Nationally televised game. Usually they linger. They went right into it. Porzingis now. Here's Brown. Brown stride. Brian kicks it out. Horford for 3. That's short. Back top. Rebound by Karl-Anthony Towns. Okay, here comes the Knicks in their first offensive possession. Knicks are in their white uniforms. Here is Bridges. Bridges with the ball. Bridges with the basketball. Bridges stops. Fall away jumper. It's good. Macau. Bridges. Knicks strike first on the board. 2-0. Here's Brown on the left side. Brown closed out. Double team now. Now guarded out. Bounce pass here to Holiday. And that is a turnover. Last touch for the Knicks. So underneath, Boston will be inbounding. 17 on the shot clock. We're 45 seconds in. Rybread is in the building. He says, let's go. Let's do this. And White. Beautiful. Bridges with a good defensive stop. Here's Brunson. Transition 3. No good. Rebound by Brown. So here's Brown. Jaylen Brown with the ball. Top of the key. Brown kicks it in the corner. White for 3. And he hits it. As my stream is a little slow. Boston on the board. And that's poked away from Jaylen Brown. It'll be Knicks ball. Knicks got to not turn the basketball over. Not give second possessions for the Celtics. Guard the perimeter. And that should be and rebound this team. They did a good job getting the second or not allowing second opportunities for the Celtics here. Here's Hart. Hart with the ball. Back over to Towns. Towns guarded by Holiday on the mismatch, top of the key. Now Towns putting it on the floor. Towns loses the ball, but Hart gets it up. All right, now it's bumped there, and they're going to call a foul on the floor. Tony Brothers is one of the officials tonight. We got a foul on the floor. It's Tony Brothers, Josh Taven, Brian Fort, your officials tonight. It's a good day with Kevin Harlan and BX Kevin calls the games. All right, Brunson will be the inbounder out of bounds here. 14 on the shot clock. Of course, after the foul, you get a 14. Bridges gets the ball back over to Hart. Hart with the ball, gives it over here to Hart. Now Towns takes a long 3, and that's in and out. Rebound by Holiday. Here's Holiday now. Holiday putting the afterburners. Holiday spins and challenging Brunson, but that rolls off the rim. Holiday gets the offensive rebound as Porzingis kept it alive. Holiday thought about the 3. Now White. Back to 10. Holiday now. Oh, cross here to Brown. Brown on the sideline. Brown spins. Pumps up and over to Karl-Anthony Towns. He gets it. And Karl-Anthony Towns was there, but Jalen Brunson with that pump fake bought him that bucket. Boston up by 3. Here's Hart. Here's Towns. Come on, stream. Don't lag. Hart. Give and go to Towns. Towns got fouled by Horford. I think tonight, over and under, I think Karl-Anthony Towns is going to have over 24 points tonight. I think this is the game where Karl-Anthony Towns becomes too much for the Celtics to answer. I think Towns is going to have a huge game tonight. As he gets some whistles against Horford. Hits the first free throw here. Knicks down by 2. Another free throw coming up for Karl-Anthony Towns. Don't forget, please smash that like button, man. Let's go. I'm going to take a minute here while I wait for Karl-Anthony Towns to give another free throw. Salute the chat brigade. We got Chef Dan in the chat. Big task at hand. Super Agent Argo and D. Ross is in the building as the chat brigade and the remaining of the Sports JEDI Network watch-along crew be coming in shortly as he goes 2 of 2 from the line. And New York down by 1. Boston with the ball. Of course, they're in there black with green. Here's Holiday. Porzingis shoots the three, and that one was shooting wide away. And Hart had the ball, and last touch by Hart. You gotta corral those offensive. You gotta corral those rebounds. You can give Celtics an extra possession, extra opportunity because they are an efficient offense that will capitalize. As White will be the inbounder. White will give it to Harford. Gets it back. White now. Give and go here to Porzingis. Porzingis back to the basket now. Porzingis is putting it on the floor. Porzingis, and he's gonna say offensive foul. Porzingis pushing off as Tony Brothers was right there to make that call. That's his first for Porzingis. Oh yeah! Oh my God! An elbow to the throat. An elbow to the throat as Porzingis being a pig. 9:24 here left in the first quarter. Boston turns the ball over. Here's New York with the ball. Brunson will bring the basketball up. Don't come out, stream. Play with me tonight. Play nice tonight. Here's Brunson. Brunson backing in. Brunson now working. Brunson now driving. Brunson dissecting. Puts up off hands. No good. Loose ball. And Jaylen Brown will give it to Horford. So no call there. Here's White. Puts up a three. And it's good. They're going to need him, Derek White, to be an assassin from downtown. Now the Knicks got one thing the Knicks don't need to do. You could play one-on-one basketball. No Tatum, who was a handful. You could go one-on-one here. I will go that. I won't need to switch so much. Here's Hart. Anunoby in the corner. Anunoby boxing himself up. Passes it to Hart. Hart open for three. No good. Rebound, last touch. Boston touched it last. Knicks will have it underneath the basket. All right. Anunoby will be the inbounder underneath the basket on the right side. Anunoby looking, gets it over to Bridges, catch and shoot for three. It's good. Three-pointer. OG. Actually, Mikal Bridges give OG an assist on that one. Here's Holiday now. And that one, that's a turnover. It will be New York ball. So a little miscommunication there with Porzingis and Holiday. Knicks could take the lead here. 8:20 here. Here comes Brunson. Looking for Bridges. Back over to Brunson now. Brunson, top of the key. Now Brunson snake dribbles. Brunson driving. Brunson, floater. It's good. Jalen Brunson as the Knicks take their first lead of the game. 9-8. Timeout by the Celtics. Timeout. 8:06 here. New York up 9-8 as Brunson driving, cutting, dissecting, switching, and he's ambidextrous, and he makes them pay. We have a timeout by Boston. Our first timeout of the game. Don't forget, you guys can still hit that like button, please, if you're watching us on the YouTube channel, please. How y'all feeling? We're feeling good. Here we go. We got feeling good, man. We're feeling good. I'm feeling relaxed. I'm feeling good, relaxed, because we got 3 games to win 1. That's the way I see it. I want to close it out tonight. Absolutely. Don't get me wrong. But we got 3 to win 1. All right. Not a lot of real estate up top here for the Celtics dancers, huh? I wouldn't want to go swimming with them. There's no life preservers. Brandon Schultz. How are you, Brandon? No wonder why Kyrie enjoyed his time in Boston. He's one of those the earth is flat theorists. None whatsoever, D-Ross. None whatsoever. If anybody's locked up, White bulb head can wrap this up early. Yeah, they don't have to Argo. They don't have to overcommit on their switches. I'd like them to stick one-on-one with it. And I need Miles McBride. If you're not going to be an impactful offensive player tonight for Miles, I need him to be a lockdown defender on Pritchard. If we could keep Pritchard under double digits or keep him in single digits in scoring, I think the Knicks win this game. Pritchard cannot have more than 15, 17 points off the bench. I think that's also a big key. If Miles McBride, that's why right now I kind of want Miles McBride to his lockdown defense that we know he could do throughout the regular season. Right now, I know it's like everyone's worried about the offense. Yes, he's going to score if he needs it, but I'd rather be a lockdown defender on the floor, be a positive with his defensive prowess on Pritchard. Brandon, I'm not covering baseball right now, my friend. We have taken a complete time out when it comes to baseball. We're dedicating more to wrestling and basketball right now. Baseball right now is a slow back thought. Don't know if we're going to return to baseball, Brandon. I hate to give that up. Sad news right now because there's just so much that consumes from our time. So right now is right now. I have no news for Astros. I have no news for Yankees. Nor are we putting our efforts or resources towards the MLB right now. Just for a moment. Doesn't mean that we can get back into it. So I just want to be honest with you. Long time no see. What's going on, Gideon? Keep driving into Porzingis because he has a desperate to prove himself tonight. Porzingis is dealing stuff with something. I don't know Porzingis how effective Porzingis is going to be, Argo, but yes, he's going to be a big catalyst for the Celtics as well. We got Michael in the building. But he says Knicks better close it out tonight. The Knicks got 3 games to win one, Michael. They need 3. They have 3 opportunities to win just one game. So I'm not going to go too bananas or get off the postseason train if something negative were to happen tonight. I'm not going to worry about it, but I think we take care of business. Keep slicing and dicing up because Porzingis on the pick and roll. Absolutely. All right, here we go. They're going to inbound the basketball. Boston will. They're trailing by 1 as White with the ball. White gets a screen. White guarded by Brunson now. Wants another screen for Porzingis. Now White covered by Karl-Anthony Towns. Looking for the mismatch. Porzingis on Brunson. Back it in. Porzingis again with the elbow up high, but he loses the basketball. The Knicks, he turns it over. Knicks with the ball. Bart gets tumbling, no call. Here's Anunoby. Anunoby driving. Anunoby stops. Anunoby pump fakes. Puts up off the glass. No good. Karl-Anthony Towns. There's going to be a loose ball on the floor. Karl-Anthony Towns showing himself underneath the basket. Oh, yes, of course, Brandon. I definitely want the Knicks to win. But Michael, I'm with you. I don't want to see this go the distance either because anything can happen in the game 7. But the Knicks have a little bit of room for error. If you're asking me, of course, we all want this to end tonight. But there's room for error just in case. The last thing you want is to push the series this far. Absolutely, I think all Knicks fans don't want to see a game 6 or 7. But I'm just giving you the other side of the coin. As the ball is going to be inbounds here to Hart. Hart now keeps the ball. We'll hand it over to Bridges off the curl. Bridges driving to the basket. Bridges stops. Spins. Jumper. No good. Rebound here by Brown. Brown with the ball. Jaylen Brown in transition. Switches hands. Stops. Layup underneath. No good. Contested. Hart gets the rebound. Knicks playing a little good defense here. Here's Hart. Hart streaming, Hart driving, back to the basket. The best there is, the best there was, the best there will be. Josh, the hitman Hart, going to the basket. The hitman. Knicks up by 3, 11-8. Here, as a cross court. Horford on to Porzingis. Porzingis up and under. No good. Can't come up with that one. He had the mismatch. He couldn't get to fall down. Here's the Knicks in transition. Here's Jalen Brunson. Brunson with the basketball on Pritchard. Brunson backing in. Brunson stops. Brunson now backing in. Spins. Jumper. Why is it slow? Rebound. And Horford, and we're going to get a whistle on the floor, and it'll be New York ball. I don't know why my stream is really lagging and slow. Tonight is really on a heater, and normally I will switch to the TV where I can see in case something goes wrong, but I don't have enough time to switch. Here's Cornette coming into the game. Miss Curly Goddess, good evening to you. How are you? As the Knicks will inbound the basketball here. We're looking here to try to close out. Towns with the ball. Towns working on Horford. Towns driving. Towns underneath the Hart. Hart up and under, but Cornette was there. So they have a big lineup here for the Celtics. Here comes Brown. Brown stops, kicks it back out. White up the top of the key for 3, and that's good. You have to stay with White. We're all even at 11. White is the one guy that can keep the Celtics shooting in, and Pritchard. That's why, again, McBride is going to be big on Pritchard, but we need someone now to stop White. Here comes Brunson to Hart. Hart has the mismatch now on Cornette. Here's Anunoby trying to answer the 3, and that's no good. Hits the front of the rim. Cornette with the rebound. Here's Pritchard. Boston could take the lead here halfway through the first quarter. Come on. Don't lag. Don't slow on me. This is an important game. Bounce pass here to Brown. Brown jab stepping. Brown Euro. Underneath to Cornette. Up and under is good. That's a hell of an assist there for Brown if my stream won't be lagging from the playback. What's got Jody Davison? Salute, Jody. Here is Brunson now. Brunson, there's a whistle, and they call an offensive foul. That's an emotional call by the officials because I didn't know what the hell. What did I see? I didn't see any screen. No one was nearby for a screen unless they call a carry on Brunson. No, that's Towns. Ooh, that's a terrible goal. His White going in for the basket's good. Boston increased their lead by 4. You want to get this crowd quiet. All right, calm down, guys. White driving to the basket. I think you want White to drive to the basket rather than shoot the threes. Bridges now. Hart. Backdoor to Brunson. Brunson, give and go. Got it. That should have been a 3-point play opportunity, but they didn't call the foul. So here comes Boston. Transition 3 for White, and he hits it. So White is feeling it. He's going to put the team on his back. He's playing inspired. But now you have to break the will of the Celtics and White now. White is not going to – that's not sustainable here. Here comes block there, but the Knicks will have it. Cornette. That's a pain in the ass right there, Cornette. You have to get him in foul trouble. Bread, and when I said Cornette, I see your tweet, and you said we need Mitch in there. Maybe they make a move for Mitch right now. We'll wait for a minute because it's 4:50. In about another minute, I think you try to get Mitchell. We'll get Mitchell Robinson. And I don't know what's going on as Tony Brothers is screaming and yelling and pointing the finger like he's Hulk Hogan, telling Masula to relax. So he's warning him to not give him a technical foul. But now they inbound the ball here. Hart with the basketball. Here's Anunoby. Rises for 3. And that's no good. He's not hitting early. Here's Pritchard. The Knicks got to hit their 3-ball. They can't go shooting 3-to-3 matching. They have to attack and drive. Here's Brown. Brown stops. Brown jump fakes. And that kicks out to Pritchard for 3. And that's no good. Front of the rim, Anunoby. That was a contested. You got to stay with Pritchard. If you have a hand in his face, he's not going to hit all these threes. Anunoby just loses the ball. Careless, another turnover. The Knicks can't beat themselves. They got to play a flawless game. Here's White in transition for 3, and he finally misses. Back tap. Hart gets the ball. Hart with the basketball. Hart. I wish the stream would not lag and give me it sharp like other days. Today I needed Chris is lagging. Here's Towns for 3. It's good. Carl Anthony Towns. The Knicks down by 2. Big 3 by Towns. If he's shooting the 3, and I said he's going to have a huge game as Vernon B. Hagman in the building. What's going on, Vernon? Salute to you. As White with the ball. White top of the key. Derek White underneath the Cornette. Extra pass. Brown. Yeah, here's one bounce. Puts up the 3. That's good. That's all the time in the world. I don't know where the Knicks defense was, where everyone was. They look like they went to get a hot dog and left him on the court by himself. 21-16. You want to get that crowd on down, and Hart gets fouled by Cornette. And you know what? I got to give the hitman a lot of – oh, he's bleeding. Oh, damn. He's bleeding. He got cut on the bridge of the nose. He's got a crimson mask. If you're a wrestling fan, you know what that means. He's got a crimson mask, and he wasn't bleeding. And Hart got hit in the eye there, and that should be called. There should be checked for a flagrant foul. Cornette flangering and waving those elbows. Oh, there goes the junk shot there as Jaden Brown a little acting there. Brown is a little acting. Come on. No one hit your little tiny pee-pee. They're going to look at that because that looks like yeah. Man, that's a lot of blood. Yeah, that's a crimson mask in wrestling terms. That looks like a shout out to and rest in peace to Sabu. If you're a wrestling fan, you know what I'm talking about. Oh, yeah, look at that. Whack. The Tony Brothers, they're going to check it out for a flagrant. I'll be honest with you. Josh Hart is bleeding like a maniac. I'm going to tell you this. I don't think that's a flagrant foul. I don't think it's a flagrant foul. I don't think he didn't. He just went to put his hands up to block. I don't think it's a flagrant foul. That's just me. Maybe I'm a little old school basketball fan who watched the Pistons, the Knicks in the 90s. You know, I don't think it's I'm gonna say it's not a flagrant foul. I would love it to be to benefit the team. Absolutely. Week of possession and all that. Flagrant foul. I would like that, but I'm gonna be totally freaking honest with you. I don't think it's a flagrant foul. I'm gonna be totally honest. And I love the hitman, but I don't think it was. And this guy, you know what? This guy is embellishing with that. No, that's just him going into the defender. Man, that's a Dusty Rhodes bionic elbow. They've gone. Look at that. They changed the jersey immediately. They took out. Yeah, it's smart. There you go. Boy, I only wish when I buy a shirt from Fanatics, I get a shirt that quick. My jersey quick like that. The wrestling team better stop the nonsense. Finish Boston. Stop giving them hope, and let the blood being spilled turns you up. Yeah, let's go. Let's see what Tony Brothers say here. I think it's just a common foul, ladies and gentlemen. And that wasn't a malicious play. Why are they check? They're not checking. They're not replaying the hit, the shot there. That's just an accidental. They're not. If they change that, this is going to be totally BS. Then I want a flagrant foul. Then why are they taking a look at this? Beautiful, plain and simple. There you go. I like it. That's it. You don't need to look at maybe maybe that's the announcers that want to see Jaylen Brown getting touched in the junk. I mean, come on, they have a channel for that. Go, Reggie, log off, go to the back, go to the locker room, and go watch that site. There's sites for that, Reggie. We don't give a shit about seeing someone get hit in the junk. They kept showing that over and over. TNT, come on. If you want to see stupidity like that, go switch over to All Elite Wrestling. Come on. Listen, that's a normal basketball. Why are we talking about Jaylen Brown's junk? Who cares? It's an accidental. It's a basketball move. Move on. That's not even the call on the play. They're calling to see if Hart got hit. It was a flagrant. It was malicious. It wasn't. Let's go. Play on. Why do we linger here? 21-16, 3:30 mark. Hart finally would go to the line after we get this situated here. And he hits the first one. I mean, you should have got somebody from MIT. It's right up the road to analyze this, because Jesus Christ, it took forever. Stevie Wonder could have made the call quicker. There you go. They get the both free throws now. 21-18. All right, here we go. Jaylen Brown, top of the key. As Hauser's back in the game, he's got to had an ankle injury coming back. Brown going in, but Cornette, right place at the right time. This guy is a pain in the ass, so we got to pick up that second foul. Some way, somehow, you got to get him with a second foul. We get a whistle. Boston hacker Mitch immediately. Who's this guy? They're attacking the rim, but Cornette asserting himself for offensive rebound. The Knicks box out. Here's Mitchell Robinson. Here's the hacker Mitch. So Robinson to the line. So they're going to play this here. Hey, that's great, because you're going to get people in foul trouble. And he hits the first free throw, 23-19. If you want to play the hacker Mitch, get your players in some foul trouble. Why not? Why not at all? Because then you know what? You take your aggressiveness in the fourth quarter. That's all. You can't play aggressive defense because you're too busy in foul trouble. Go for it. I like the strategy. Mitchell Robinson hits both free throws, 23-20. Big Mitch. I've said that with the hacker Mitch. If you want to do it early, fine. Be the clowns. Be the clowns. You haven't learned your lesson. That's why you're down 3-1. Here's Brown with the ball. Pritchard now. Pritchard steps back. Pritchard's dancing. Pritchard now with the ball. Pritchard guarded by Bridges. Pritchard trying to step back for three. No good. And Pritchard gets his own rebound. Pull-up jumper for Pritchard. No good. That's what happens when they play defense on you. When there is no Tatum double teaming, you get the mirror put on you, and you come out to who you are. A bench player, Pritchard. Here is Brunson. Layup up the glass. Mitchell Robinson kept it alive. Last touch by Boston, right to the hands of Hauser. Hauser loses the ball to Pritchard. Here's Boston with the ball. Up by 3. Pritchard with the ball dancing now. Bridges over there to Hauser over to Brown. Brown now guarded by McBride. Brown now wants to go on McBride, and there's a foul on McBride. But boy, they missed that elbow. But they called him McBride with the foul. But you saw the elbow from Brown. I'm just saying. Oh, we got a timeout now? Come on. This is what I can't stand about the NBA. All these timeouts and these pauses. Let's go. If you don't know the answer to that question, something's wrong. That's B. France. I guess. Well, I guess we were dumb, D. Ross. You would think luck of the Irish, they'll come from Ireland. I guess not. Who the hell would think French will get that stupid, ugly floor? Man, that lucky that mascot on that Celtics banner. Look, he had John. What you call it? Tuberculosis. Yeah, yellow. He was yellow as hell. All right, we got a timeout here. We got a timeout. Timeout on the floor. Timeout on the floor. I told him I can't be here. I told him I can't be here. I told the wife I wasn't coming to the game. He was hiding. He saw himself hiding himself from the camera. He wasn't supposed to be there. He was supposed to be in witness protection or something. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Come on, Auntie. You're dealing with the wrong team. Come on. But what was the trivia question again? That floor, where did it originate? That's the Boston floor. That is all that square tile wood floor. It was from France. Guy's eating a pizza. Look at this guy eating a pizza like a New Yorker. He folded it. There you go. The parquet floor, yeah. Oh my God, what the hell is that? He's a month early. As they show all the mutants in Boston. What up, Dez? Dez is in the building. What up, Dez? Dez is in the building, bringing the pain. What's going on, man? 20-23. The Knicks down by 3 with 2:14 here in the first. Is it butter or parquet? There you go. Well, whatever it is, I hope the Knicks win this smoothly tonight. Oh, it was Torrey Craig that was in the game. Oh, all right. That was Torrey Craig. All right, getting some minutes here. So here's Porzingis back in the game. All right. The inbound Pritchard. Pritchard looking inbound here. Gets it over to Brown. Brown now 13 on the shot clock, top of the key. Now Brown with the ball. Gives it over to Hauser. Hauser's going to catch and shoot for 3, and that's no good. Rebound. Back tap. And good job there as Bridges gets it back from Mitchell Robinson. We'll give it to Brunson now. Brunson with the ball now. Brunson keeping the ball. He has Brown on him. Brunson kicks it on Anunoby. Anunoby has Porzingis now driving. Kicks to Bridges. Bridges baseline. Puts up the floater. No good. Mitchell Robinson has the tip. Mitchell Robinson there for the offensive rebound. The Knicks down by 1, 22-23. Big Mitch. Here's Pritchard for 3. Pritchard hits this one. McBride has to stick with him. I don't care what he does tonight. McBride has to be a better defender tonight. Pritchard hits his first 3. 26-22. You can't give him an inch. You can't give him a little separation. You got to stay on him like white on right. Extra pass. Here's McBride trying to answer the three. McBride answers that. Miles McBride, the Knicks down by 1. Giving an assist there to Brunson, his second of the game. Here's Brown. Kicks it out. Here is Pritchard. Porzingis now. Porzingis going to take the three. Porzingis, no good. Back tap. Rebound by Brown. Gives it over to Hauser. Hauser's going to shoot the three. Hauser now hits it. Hauser coming off that ankle injury. That's another guy you can't get him going. You cannot allow him to go 29-25. Boston's going to do nothing but chug threes. So they're going to have to be sharp. But the Knicks have to defend the perimeter. Here's Porzingis on Brunson now. Shot clock at 9. Here's a double team now. Move the basketball, fellas. Bridges, pull-up jumper. No good. Mitchell Robinson had position, and Mitchell Robinson got fouled. That's the Cornet's second foul in the first quarter with 38.8. I like that. You want to play Hack-a-Mitch? This is the result of playing Hack-a-Mitch. Cornet, you have 2 fouls now. You can't be too aggressive. They're going to put you back in there. You're going to pick up your third, and you're going to be sitting for the rest of the half, and you're going to lose the offensive rebounding and the rebound prowess of the Celtics. You're going to count on Porzingis to be your center to rebound. Good luck with that. Here's Mitchell Robinson on the line. And Mitchell Robinson hits another free throw, 29-26. So the big Mitch, Cookie Monster. (29-26), Mitch to the line. 38.3 seconds here in the first. Here's Mitchell Robinson hits another free throw. Talk to the Mitch. 6 points from the Cookie Monster. And that ball is turned over by Anunoby. Anunoby up and under, and there's a sporadic block, but the Knicks will have it, 29-27 with 34.3. So McBride putting pressure on Pritchard, and McBride coming up with a defensive, and Anunoby going in, but Porzingis was there at the right place at the right time. That's the type of defender he is, help defender. Here's Brunson to Anunoby. Anunoby with the ball. OG now, step back, puts up the three. Let's go! Three-pointer, OG. Anunoby, as the British Bulldog, knocks it from downtown. Knicks up by 1. All right, here's Brown. Brown with the ball. Brown's going to pull back. You're going to have like 6 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Brown with the basketball. Top of the key. Jaylen Brown wants a high screen for Porzingis. Guarded by Anunoby. Gives it a go here to Porzingis. Mitchell Robinson gets called for a really weak foul. But the Knicks have a foul to give with 9.2 here. So Boston will set up for the final shot. No, he was deep in the paint. So they're going to give him the free throws. That's Mitchell Robinson's first. These 3-pointers are unfair to stop them, right, Brett? But if you're around the vicinity of the shooters, right, Brett, I'll take my chances. We have a timeout. We got a blood on Mitchell Robinson. So we have a timeout for a blood issue. The second Knick player to bleed right now. I thought that cop looked like Tom Thibodeau, a younger Tom Thibodeau, next to Mo Cheeks. $9.2 here. 9.2 here before the quarter ends. Knicks with a 30-29. Boston is trying to bleed the Knicks out. So the Celtics will go to the line here. So like game number 4, Celtics had a huge free throw disparity. The Knicks so far because they're hacking a Mitch. These are the first free throws here for the Celtics here. And Porzingis, ball don't lie, in the words of Chef Dan, as he misses the first free throw. Karl-Anthony Towns coming back in. Cornet will sit down. Porzingis to the line. And we're going to miss that. Here we go. Porzingis hits 1 of 2. We're all even at 30, 9.2. Knicks are going to try to set up for the final shot here of the quarter. We're all even at 30. Here's Brunson. Has curl, driving baseline, under the bridges, give and go. Beautiful assist by Jalen Brunson with 1 second here. Knicks with a 32-30. Great cutting layup there. Here's Pritchard. Puts it up. It counts if it's no good. No good at the end of the first quarter. The Knicks started 2. Celtics 30. one quarter down. Remember, one possession, one quarter, one half. The Knicks win the first quarter here, 32-30. Now get ready for the second quarter as we have a time. We have here the break. Let's go. The Knicks matching the Celtics with defense intensity and offensively. They did a lot of good stuff there. There was a couple of mishandles there early part with the turnover, but right now they have a 32-30 lead. Continue that. Continue to match Boston. Let's go as we have Caterpillar eyebrows on the court for the Celtics. I like the hustle today. I mean, I like her curly hair. That looks nice. Those eyebrows are a little too thick for me. The troll doll. Oh, we got the little kids. All right, let's see what Boston's got into some basketball. All right, nice. Underneath the floor, dunk. All right, that was cool. Ah, oh, let's see this guy. Oh, a little D Brown action there. Oh, Celtics has to go up by 20 to make it a game. All good. Vernon says all good. All right. Let's win. Make them all win. They were all good. Give them a prize. Celtics hitting threes. Brunson hasn't hit yet, and we're winning. Yeah, that's right. Right, Brett. All very good analogy. Very good. And D Brown, the D Brown dunk was pretty cool too. That's an homage to a Boston Celtic great, slam dunk great. Go the little kiss. You give me a toy. What am I? What is this for my dog? You give me a squeaky toy. Come on. OG got to look at his eyes after the block and went in on three. We got Dodie Davison. What's going on? Shout out to Money Mitch. He's our leading scorer. Yeah, shooting, and you know what he's doing it at the free throw line, Jody Davison. You want to see what we saw from Mitchell Robinson. You see him working on his free throws. It's paying dividend so far early in this game. Great job by Big Mitch. All right, we're about to set and start the second quarter with the Knicks with a 2-point lead. Boston will have the ball. I think the Knicks won the tip off. Hey, here we go. Oh. Look at this guy. Uh-oh. He's wearing two shirts underneath. Oh, she's digging in. She don't give a crap. She's digging in. She's hungry. Auntie is hungry. She's like, I don't care. I'm hungry. I'm digging into these French fries. And she was going in on that too. She was snacking. She had that pose with the finger with her nails. Like I ain't getting anything in my nails type of deal. She was digging in on that snack. Right, they're talking to Bridges. All right, New York with the basketball. Cameron Payne in the game. I would love him to go on a heater, man. Carry the team for a couple minutes here. I would love for Cameron Payne. He's one of those type of players. And Towns. Here's Towns. Towns back in the basket. Towns now. Towns jumper. And he gets a foul on Horford. That's Horford's second foul. So you got Cornette with two fouls. You got Horford with two fouls. This is what I'm talking about. You want to play hack a Mitch. Go ahead. Play the hack a Mitch game because you're going to get your bigs in some issues. And later in the game, you're going to get in some foul troubles where they're not going to be uber aggressive for the rebound. That's my point here. Towns to the line here, 32-30. Towns hits the free throw, extends the lead 33-30. This is game number 5 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. Knicks trying to close out the Celtics. They lead 3-1 on the series. I'm BX Sports Jedi Kev here on the watch along on the Sports Jedi Network, on the Playback app, on X, on Rumba, on Facebook, on the Assist app, and on Twitch. As he misses the free throw 1 or 2 from the line, as White picks up the ball. White will bring the basketball up. White Holds the ball now. Porzingis, top of the key now. Guarded by Mitchell Robinson. Putting it on the floor. Swiped away. Pritchard gets it. Pritchard on the curl. Pritchard stops, and we get a whistle away from the basket. I think that's Mitchell Robinson's foul. It's on second foul on Karl-Anthony Towns, not a Mitchell Robinson on Towns. I need Mitchell Robinson not to pick. I need Karl-Anthony Towns not to pick those kind of silly fouls because he's so gifted offensively. We're going to need him. Here's Pritchard for three. That's no good. Rebound by Towns himself will give it a pain. You have to really play the two-man, the centers. They're giving them fits, but you got to stay on the floor. Now, here's Payne. Payne with the ball. Payne now backing out to Bridges. Now Towns calling for the ball, but Bridges keeps it. Bridges now has Horford on the mismatch with two fouls. Now pass here to Towns on Porzingis. He's going to shoot over Porzingis, and that's good. Karl-Anthony Towns. That's why I don't want him picking up silly fouls. He is so offensively gifted and shoots from anywhere. Knicks up by 5. Here's Horford. Horford backing in on Bridges. Backing in. Oh, a lot of elbow action there for separation. Boy, a lot of elbows for that separation. They allowed it to play 35-32. Here's McBride. Here's McBride again with the dribble. McBride, snake dribbling now. McBride puts up, got fouled. Oh, almost had continuation, but could not complete it. Free throws for Miles McBride as White picks up a foul. Derek White, that's his first. And that was, yes, Vernon, that was a great pump by Miles McBride in the air, getting the committed foul there by White. Almost had an N1. McBride hits the first free throw here, 36-32. Knicks increased their lead to 4. Has another free throw from Miles McBride. Hopefully, this is a game where Miles McBride could get you over double figures in scoring. I said it early in the game to start. I want him to play shutdown defense on Pritchard. If he doesn't score, I could live with it. But hopefully, this is something that you know what? I'm going to be a little greedy. We get cake and eat it too for Miles McBride. I'll take it. 5 points so far here as White with the ball. White with the basketball. White again, top of the key. Now guarded by Towns. Towns, he's going to 3 over Towns, and Towns deflected that one. Mitchell Robinson gets the rebound. He'll give it over to Payne. Now Bridges in the outlet. Bridges with the ball. Bridges trying to drive. Bridges stops. Pump fake over. No good. That was just a rush shot. Should have waited for his teammates. But here comes Holiday. Holiday now. Holiday with the ball. Holiday Euro. Holiday kicks back. Extra pass and stolen by Bridges. But he stepped out of bounds, so it'll be Boston ball. 10 or just above 10-minute mark. 10:07. 15 on the shot clock for the Celtics. They'll side out of bounds. Definitely gotta get big bench work. Yeah. As Pritchard to White. White now. Keeping the basketball now. Looking up. Now he keeps his dribble. He wants a high screen. Guard it. Shoot it over town. Straight away. No good. Deep rebound. Back tap. Bridges. Good box out for Bridges. Keeping that ball alive. That's what the Knicks need to do. Guard deep rebounding. Here's Towns. Got blocked there by White. And there is a loose ball foul. No, it's on Towns. That's his third foul. That's another. Come on, Carl. You are so gifted offensively. You can't pick up those silly, goosey fouls, those stupid, idiotic fouls. You got blocked by White, and you hooked them. Now you have to sit. You're so gifted offensively. Now they could go with the hack of Mitch. This is where Tom Thibodeau has to think about giving Achua some minutes. I know Hart's coming back in, but for Mitchell Robinson's time off the floor when he's a little gassed, you got to play pressures. You got to play pressures to Achua, who could give you some offensive shots here. Here's White. White now on Bridges. Gets a screen guarded by Hart. A pass over to Porzingis. Porzingis putting it on the floor. Porzingis now back in. Here's White. White now with the ball. White over to Porzingis. Oh, Mitchell Robinson takes it away. Good block by Mitch on the pass as Cameron Payne gets the basketball. Knicks up by 5. Here is Cameron Payne with the ball. Payne now. Looking for Payne. Extra McBride. McBride baseline. Oh, beautiful move by McBride. Pump fakes here to Bridges. Back over to McBride. McBride top of the key. Shot clock at 6. McBride guarded by Holiday. McBride's going to put up a 3. It's good! 3-pointer! The deuce is loose. The Knicks up and lead by 8, 40-32. McBride having a better shooting game here in all of this semifinal series. Beautiful job. That free throw got it going for him. And now let's go. Timeout on the floor. 9:08 here before halftime. Knicks up 40-32. Knicks looking to try to stamp their way like gentlemen into this Eastern Conference Finals. Don't forget, you still have that time. You'll still have that time to come to watch the game with us on the playback. If you're on X, come on over to the playback, man. You're more than welcome to watch along with me on X. You're more than welcome. Appreciate you guys on X. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support on the X app. Appreciate you guys. Also on the YouTube app. Appreciate it. We got over 300 people watching on the YouTube app. Thank you so much, YouTube. Thank you, Rumba. We got a lot of people watching us on the Rumba app where, we continue to grow by leaps and bounds on the Rumba app. Thank you. And on Twitch, appreciate you guys that watch along with us on the app. I think Deuce will be the missing Slash brother tonight. Oh, let's hope, Argo. Knock, knock, knock on the Eastern Conference door. Let's go. Knock, knock, knocking on the Eastern Conference door. Let's go. All right, Brett says stop. Just stop their threes. Give them the twos. Not saying that them score, but you can live with them giving the twos. If you're gonna go back to back on that, yeah, that's what we were talking about. Stay with the perimeter defense. You could trust Mitchell Robinson, although Karl Anthony Towns really all season really wasn't much of a rim protector. But you got Mitchell Robinson who could rim protect. You wanna trust Mitchell Robinson to man the paint, and you could have OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, and either McBride or Brunson play the perimeter and make sure the three ball, get contested. If they hit with people in their face, you got to raise your hand. Let's see. Oh, look at this, all in white. Let's go. Just make sure there's no rain around them. Boy, they'll be in trouble. All right, and we got a little bit. Oh man, those guys look like they're ready. They're ready for 1, 2, 3 Cancun. And this is how we do it. Let's go. That's a clutch three from McBride. That was defended well. Great to see. Yes, it was. That was a great right, Brett. That was a great shot by Miles McBride. There you go, Jody. Oh. He's ready to go. Look at that tall boy. He's drinking a Truly. This is how the Knicks do it. Let's go. Agree, Argo. We need to tighten up the defense and stretch the lead. Yes, absolutely. That's a great statement there by Argo. We need to tighten the defense and stretch the lead. Absolutely. And you know what? Don't commit silly fouls or silly turnovers. What I mean, silly turnovers. I know Tony is a big proponent not to chuck. The Knicks don't need to start chugging threes. Continue to work. Continue to work the defense. Continue to go attack the basket. Like you say, Argo, drive. And you know what? Get some people in some foul trouble. Hit some free throws. All right, here's White. Knicks up by 8. White now. We'll try to go underneath to Holiday. Holiday now. Holiday gets the foul on Payne. So they try to get the ball deep in the paint on Holiday, and Holiday just try to go with that physicality, and Payne commits the foul. Free throws for Drew Holiday. Vernon says a fake foul. Is Cheek our assistant coach? Because Thibodeau doesn't never see him behind Tibbs. I think it's Brunson. I don't know what Mo Cheeks' assignment. He's a coach, but I don't know as he hits the first free throw 40 to 33. He misses, in the words of Chef Dan, ball don't lie. So Celtics missing some free throws here early to start the game. Now actually is Bridges with the ball. Bridges driving. Bridges keeping. There's a double team over to Hart. Hart puts up the floater. Gets the bounce. Is good. Honorary salary, Vernon says. Knicks on a 10-3 run. Here's White. White with the ball. White driving. White stops. White goes up to the basket. No good. But he gets the bailout foul. And Cameron Payne. Second foul on Cameron Payne. A little bit of a contact bump, all right. I mean, Payne can't pick up fouls, and it was a foul. Okay. But Celtics to the line. White hits the first one. 42-34 with 8:30 before halftime here. Can we get those calls, please? Hey, we want to see a balance here. White to the line. He goes 2 of 2 from the line. It is 35-42, 7-point Knick lead. Cameron Payne. Hart. Here is Mikal Bridges. I need to drive. I don't need them to chucking threes. Here's Bridges now. Driving. Beautiful to the basket. Hey, I'll live with that. He drove to the basket and roll out. I'll live with it. Now defend the three. Here's Pritchard. Back over to Hartford. Pritchard. They're going to want to shoot the three ball here. You know that. They're going to want to get the crowd back in with the shooting the three. Here's Pritchard with the ball. Pritchard now driving. Pritchard stops. Mitchell on him. Get underneath to Hartford. Good job by McBride. And that's touch. Yeah, man. That was a great play by Hartford. 3.3 on the shot clock. Boston will have it underneath their basket on the left side of the court. But great job on that ball denial by Miles McBride. And even better play for Hartford, throwing it off for McBride to keep the possession. Boston will try to keep the possession, gets it inside of Hartford. Hartford now stops. Hartford's going to have to put a long-range jumper, line drive, right to the hands of Hart. Hart comes up with a rebound. Good defense for the Knicks. Here comes the hitman now in transition. One step again, driving, puts up the shot. He goes down, no call. Man, I've seen some worse fouls other way getting called. Here's a finger roll by Brown. And one again, Jaylen Brown goes coast to coast, giving assist there to the officials for putting their whistles in their pocket. Here's McBride for three. And that's no good. Rebound. That's what the last thing they need to do. And I know that's what Tony don't like. Here's Holiday now. Holiday kicks it back out. Pritchard. Hartford now puts up a three, and that's good. See, that's what happens every time to the Knicks. They don't get a foul call, transition. They chuck up three, and Boston hits a three. That's a 6-point swing. 7-0 run for the Celtics. Here's Hart. They say backcourt violation. See, now the mistakes. I got to see that again. Maybe we'll start thinking of Brunson coming back here. Let's see. You know why? He didn't establish himself on the other timeline. He jumped in and caught the ball in the air. That's why it's a backcourt violation. It's like an NFL. You have to have 2 feet in bounds on the other side of the court. Here's White. Boston's going to try to take the lead on a three. They're going to want to settle for a three here. Here's White. And we got a foul away from the ball. Cameron Payne, bring in Brunson. Cameron Payne doesn't have it again tonight. Again, very, very subpar. I thought Payne was going to have a better game, but he has obviously 3 fouls. Hasn't been really a positive on the court. Boston on a 7-0 run. Actually, they're in a bonus. And he misses, in the word of Chef Dan, the ball don't lie. Anunoby and Brunson will come in. Cameron Payne will have a seat, as well as Mikal Bridges. Did a good job there. But the Knicks up by 2. Boston has another free throw coming up. He goes 1 of 2. The Knicks with a 1-point lead. Here's Brunson. 8-0 run for the Celtics. Knicks need an answer here. Jalen Brunson with the ball. Jalen Brunson now driving. Brunson on the free throw line. Brunson up and under. Layup is good. Jalen Brunson off the bench. Knicks back up by 3. Beautiful layup drive there. Switching hands. Here's Tatum. Here's Brown for 3. And he falls hunting for a foul. And we're tied at 44. That's what they're going to do. They're going to chuck threes and they're going to want to shoot it. You have to play defense, and that's what you have to secure your lead and not turn the ball over on offense. Here's Brunson. There's a double team on Brunson. Brunson keeping his dribble, though. Brunson up and under to McBride. Back to Brunson. Brunson has Pritchard on him. Shot clock at 6. Brunson jab steps for 3, and he fell, and there should be a foul there. And Pritchard did not allow him to land. That was a terrible call there because you got to protect the player's ankles. Yeah, he left his foot there. Come on, where's the foul? That's a flagrant foul. Come on. White. Brown, all even at 44. Boston could take the lead here. Brown on the curl. Brown looking. Brown switch. Brown pull-up jumper. Got it. Boston up by 2. 12 points for Brown. They're going to need him to have a Herculean performance now. But now Knicks got to answer. McBride now. Anunoby. Anunoby back. Stops. Go over to McBride. Shot clock at 8. Plenty of time here. There's McBride, top of the key. McBride now driving. Kicks to Brunson. Brunson in the corner. Rises for 3. It's good. Jalen Brunson gives the Knicks the lead back. 47-46. All right, here's Holiday. Holiday Euro. Kicks it into the Horford. Horford now. Jalen Brown now driving. Jalen Brown stops. Turn around. Pull-up jumper. No good. Rebound by Robinson. Here's Brunson. 8 rebounds for Mitchell Robinson. Here's Hart driving on Horford. Horford guarding Hart. Hart is going to pull back. Smart move by Hart. Hart now. We'll give it to Brunson. Brunson around the curl. Brunson, elbow jumper. No good. Rebound cookie monster, Mitchell Robinson. Here's Anunoby. Rises up for 3. And no good. Back tap, and Brown gets the rebound as Robinson hits the floor. Brown secures the rebound. Here comes Holiday. Holiday, they got numbers. As Brunson falls on the floor, and Hartford gets the dunk. As Brunson got nailed to the floor, and Boston back up by 1. Boston becoming a little physical here. Knicks got to I'm with you, Vernon. We should have here Precious. Here's Brunson slicing and dicing back up, but the Knicks go 49-48. 4:15 here. Here's Jalen Brown. Brown now. Brown over to Pritchard. Pritchard thought sidestep. Going to put up the 3. Good. That's what they want to do. Sidestep and shoot 3s. Stay with them. Don't overcommit. 51-49. 4-minute mark. McBride overcommitted and went right by. Left Pritchard open. 4-minute mark. 51-49. Knicks, just run your offense. Hart, back over to Brunson. Brunson wants a high screen for Mitchell Robinson. He does. Now, stops, fakes the 3, giving him Robinson. Back over to Brunson. Brunson gets the ball back around the curl. Brunson, top of the key. Brunson now driving. Kicks to McBride. Hands a 3 for Hart. And the hitman, Josh Hart from downtown. Knicks back up by 1, 52-51. Knicks are answering back and forth. Here's Brown. Swiped away, but right to the hands of Horford. Good job. And McBride comes up with the steal, and it was off the Boston Celtics. New York ball. Good defense. Good swiping of the hands for the Knicks. They take the ball here with 3:23, before halftime. Knicks ball. All right, here's Brunson with the ball. I could have sworn McBride swiped it, but no, that was just thrown away. Here's Brunson in the baseline. Keeping the baseline now to Hart. Hart rises up for another 3. It's good! 3-pointer. Josh, the hitman. Hart from downtown. Knicks up by 4, 55-51. Let's go. Here's Jalen Brown with the ball. Brown with the basketball. Gets a screen. Mitchell Robinson on the mismatch. Now McBride. Here's White. White open for 3, and he hits it. They have to stick with the 3-point shooter. They want the screen, and they want to leak out. Nick up by 1, 55-54. New York with the possession. That's what they want to do. They want to sit back, side, move the ball east to west, and shoot 3s. Here's Jalen Brunson with a screen by. Here's the screen. Hart. Now Brunson. Brunson with the ball. Euro up and back over. McBride has the basketball. Anunoby thought about the 3. OG now driving. Anunoby, and there's a blocking foul on Holiday, and he's jumping up, upset. Go ahead, challenge it. Be goofy. Be your coach. Have your coach be a goofball like Bernie Bickerstaff and coach. Yeah, go ahead. That's his 3rd foul. He was moving. That was the same exact call that Brunson that had in game number 3 when there was a moving screen that we thought it was a good stationary charge, and they called it that he was marginal movement. So go ahead. I think they're challenging it. This is a big one. If they don't win this challenge, they're out of challenge and elimination game. It was moving, Big Task, absolutely. But no official word that they're challenging because the big screen is telling us about Al Horford playing from University of Florida. Great job. He's a Gator, chomp. But they're not saying if they're challenging it. That's the player. Thank you, Vernon. I don't remember who it was. It was worse than Josh Hart's call that was not upheld. But this is a different officiating crew. But they have to still go to Secaucus and listen to the official replay center. So I'm pretty sure it's the same replay center official for night in, night out. So I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. They haven't said anything on the floor if it's a coaching challenge. There's no indication of it, but there is a timeout on the floor. So once we find that information, we'll pass that on. Look at Mo Cheeks telling jokes on the tongue. Look at him having the time of their life. Man, look at him. That poor guy that sits next to him has to laugh at all his corny jokes all season. I mean, how much more jokes is he going to run out of? And the supply gum. Yeah, he's always chewing gum. Yeah, have another one, old man. Look at this guy. Corralling that. That was $35. I would corral it too. Mo chews. Okay, come on. I thought she was gonna get excited and jump up from being on camera. All right, homeboy is into it. Let's go. Self high five. Nirvana, of course. That's one of the, that guitar rip is one of those. Man, that's a great guitar rip from Nirvana. Never was into the grunge scene, but I do respect that guitar rip, man. Now, as I get older, I'm more into classic rock and, of course, some Ramones and stuff. When I was younger, no, it was all hip hop. Now, as I get older, I'm getting more. I've gone into big time into the classic rock. Pink Floyd, some Led Zeppelin. Of course, never negating my hip hop roots from the Bronx. Love that. And he hits the first free throw here, 56-54. He rattles that one in. 2:16 left here. Finish here this quarter strong, Knicks. OG with 4 points. He's got another free throw coming up. Make it 5 points here. 57-54. Knicks up by 3 with 2:15 mark as the Boston Celtics will bring the ball up here. As White with the ball. White guarded by McBride. Now White with the ball. It passes over to Holiday. Holiday jab stepping. Over to Brown. It's going to put up a 3, and that one is good. Jaylen Brown. We're only been at 57. 15 points for Brown. 10 in this quarter. Brunson with the ball. Guarded by Pritchard. Gets a screen by Hart. Here's Brunson as a double team. Brunson now working on Pritchard. Backing in now. Keeping his dribble alive. Waiting for the double team. Spins. Puts up the shot. Counted and one. Jaylen Brown as Mighty Mouse goes to the line for a 3-point play. It's a good quote, Kev. Yeah, Nate. I guess that's on Pritchard for reaching in, or was that on Horford? I hope it's on Horford. I want Horford in some foul trouble. But Brunson trying to complete a 3-point play, 59-57, looking to add here. And he misses the free throw, 59-57, 90 seconds left here before halftime. Here's Brown. Brown, swiped away by Mitchell Robinson, but he keeps the ball alive, though. He tracks it. Now dancing, looking to dance. He's going to shoot a 3. We know that. Just drive. He's going to take a long mid-range jumper. Got it. I'm actually shocked that he didn't go for the 3. Here's Brunson, and all even at 59. Anunoby, under a minute now. OG, step back, jumper, no good. Rebound, Mitchell Robinson grabs that. Here's Anunoby from the free throw line extended, no good. Comes up short. Horford, Boston could take the lead. OG not rising on that shot. Brown now spins. Nowhere to go. Kicks it out of White. Pritchard. Long three for three, and that's no good. But Brown misses the tip. Here comes Brunson. He was right there. Just missed the tip. Here's Brunson. Anunoby. That was way turnover. Little too high for Brunson. He knows he wants that back. 33.1 second. So both teams missing some golden opportunities here. As man, goodness, Brown was right there for the tip and just did not corral that. And Brunson, uncharacteristic, throwing the ball way out of bounds high, and OG could not grab it. So we're in the 30-second mark, 59 all. Who would have thought Brunson misses a free throw and Mitchell Robinson has not missed? White. Brunson. Here's White for three. No good. Rebound OG Anunoby. Anunoby will kick it out to Brunson. Jalen Brunson with the basketball. That's a bump there by Brown. White, no call. White is reaching in. No call again. Whistles are being quiet. Here's Brunson. Puts up the shot. And at the end, at halftime, we're all even at 59. There should have been a foul there. Referees, 2 fouls in front of the officials. They let it play. I'm not going to cry about it. That's what it is. We go to the half. We're all even at 59. I'm going to take a quick halftime break. Don't go anywhere, guys. It all even at 59 in Game 5 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. What's at stake? The Knicks trying to be a gentleman and go to the Eastern Conference Finals. So I'll be back. Don't go anywhere for the halftime break. All right, I'm back from my halftime break. I hope you guys are ready. Hope you guys are good. Ready? Get ready for that second half. We're all even at 59. We got 24 minutes left in this game. Game number 5. 24 minutes awaiting the Knicks to move on to the Eastern Conference Final. One possession, one quarter, one half at a time. Let's go out and win it. Time to separate ourselves. Time to continue. I like what the Knicks did there. Offensive rebounding. Mitchell Robinson is a force with the rebounding baskets. Getting in there, becoming a force. I believe had 6 offensive rebounds. I think the Knicks shot well. Brunson showing that he's putting the team on his back. I like the way they're playing here. Don't have a letdown in game in your third quarter. You can't have a bad third quarter. You have to, Knicks been winning the fourth quarters throughout the whole series. We know that the fourth quarter effort is there, but you don't want to get down to the Celtics team. You want to play a little bit with a head in front of you and continue that same intensity in that fourth quarter. Break their spirit on their home court here. If I want to see the Knicks here not turn the basketball over, not beat themselves, go out there and play your game. We're gonna get Karl-Anthony Towns back in the game. Hopefully, he doesn't stay out of silly foul trouble. We're gonna need him as well. Same recipe as we said in Game 4. I need a little OG Karl-Anthony Towns. 2-man game here to kind of carry the team in the third quarter. Where we know that the Villanova Knicks, when I mean Hart, Bridges, and Brunson are gonna make the smart IQ plays to close out a game on the road. Elimination game for the Celtics, a closeout game. I trust that. I want that same formula. We could sprinkle now Miles McBride or even a Mitchell Robinson, who's been a force when he comes in off the bench. Does Thibodeau sees that a guy is struggling on the starting 5? Does he dare to make a change and bring some? Don't keep his bench ice cold or sitting too many minutes on the floor when they've been a big contributor. And when I mean McBride and Mitchell Robinson off the bench are being a huge contributing factor to the team. Does he dare to play a little bit of minutes for Precious Achiuwa? I thought Precious Achiuwa should have gotten at least a couple 4 to 5 minutes in that second quarter, just to show. I think when the Knicks play 2-man lineup to a two center lineup or 2 7-footers or 2 bigs, gives the Celtics a little bit of an issue. And Precious, who could defend the perimeter as well as Mitchell Robinson, isn't bad defenders. I kind of wish they would have went there. I think Achiuwa plays a little better defense than Karl-Anthony Towns, if it makes sense. But Towns is the more superior all-around NBA player. But I'm surprised he didn't go that route. But hey, look, the Hakamich, you want to make sure that they go in some bonuses there, and you want to get Cornette in some foul trouble because he could change the pace of the game with his offensive rebound. Horford, if he plays for Cornette, how much does he really have to tank in his tank at 38, 39 years old? That's why I'm a big proponent, on offense for Karl-Anthony Towns. Attack Cornette, get him in those cheap fouls, make him forced to sit on the bench, bring in a Harper to play long or play a lot of minutes because he's not going to have the full tank or the full repertoire of high energy in that fourth quarter. So we'll see those little bit adjustments within the game. I like what Brunson is doing. He's taking what the defense is giving him on offense, slicing and dicing, shooting the threes when he has to, driving to the basket, and that's Jalen Brunson. So let's go. Hart, I thought had a good, despite getting hit on the nose and bleeding, I think he had a good first half. So let's keep it going. 59 all. About 30 seconds before we get the second half ready to go. I'm ready. You pump. Get your refills. Get your snacks. Get your drinks. Let's go. And don't forget to tell your friends. Tell your friends. Come on over. Come on over to the playback. We got a lot of good stuff happening. All right, I think I'm ready. You guys are ready? I'm ready. Let's go. Let's go, Nick Nation. Let's go. Return to the Knicks podcast. Watch along. Let's go. Playback. Sports JEDI Network channel. Let's go. We got Bridges with the ball over to OG Anunoby. OG top of the key. OG gives it over to Brunson. Brunson thought about the 3. Brunson waiting. Hart, a lot of physicality, no call. They thought it was a whistle, but they kept playing. Now they call the whistle. And Hart and Brown getting into it. There was a lot, and that's the officials' fault. Hart got hit by Brown. Hart turned around and looked at officials. You're not calling it. Hart, they get back and forth bumping, and now they're forced to do. Yeah, that's on the officials because Brunson and Hart thought he got fouled by Brown. Everyone stopped playing. They got tangled up, and now no call there. Then he pushes him in the back, and Hart pushes. That's on the officials. That official there that stood there dazing. I don't know what he was looking at. That's on him. Right there, he got hooked and grabbed from the waist. No man wants another man to grab them by the waist and grab them like that. You do that to a girlfriend, someone, but not to another man. And that's a bad call there. They might call double fouls here. We'll see. So double technical on Brown and Hart and a foul on Brown. Okay. You know what? I'll take that. I'll take that. Very good. I'll take that. You know what? Good. Rectify it. Right there. Ooh. Oh, grabbing there. He's checking. He's checking the size. He's checking the size of the hitman. Oh, he's checking. He's checking how much they sell it by the pound. If the sausage is sold by the pound there. Ooh. No. Whoa, Mr. Brown. What could Brown do for you? Now, I don't know. Hopefully not that. Here's Brunson. Hart. Wide open for three. That's good. JEDI is in the court for that. There you go. 62-59. He's like, ¿cuánto es eso? Se vende por la libra. Here's Cornette. Where's Tony? We are missing Tony here. He's probably watching Dynamite. Here's White with the ball. White pass to the Holiday. Holiday now driving. Baseline. Holiday, bumper foul, count it. Jalen Brunson called for a foul. Chance for a three-point play for Drew Holiday. In the words of Chef Dan, ball don't lie, but they get the rebound though. Holiday kicks it back out of Brown. Brown now driving. Brown stops. Brown up and under. He can't get it. Tipped by Cornette. Got to get that guy in some foul trouble. Boston up by 1. They missed free throw. Could not corral that rebound, and they attacked, and they take the 1-point lead. That's just one thing the Knicks can't do, beat themselves. Here's Brunson. Brunson lost the ball. Brown on a heater. Here's a good defensive play. Kicks in the corner to Harford. Back over to Brown. Jalen Brown up and under, and he gets the help from the foul. Now the referees are in emotional foul calls now. 63-62. Man, Brown diving for the ball. That's championship play. I cannot lie. That's championship hustle right there. He swipes the ball, he dives, and hits it right to Cornette. I gotta, tip my hat on Brown on that play right there. They're desperate. They don't want to go home. Knicks got to answer that intensity. 63-62, but Jalen Brown will go to the line. Ref is becoming a 6-man. As he hits the first free throw here, 64-62. The referees don't want to shower in cold water tonight. Boston is known for shutting off the hot waters to the visiting team and the officials. They do all those type, and that's been more than placated by many books and many opposing players. Brown hits ball free throws. Boston up by 3. All right, here's Brunson. Defense. The only thing you get that crowd alive. Here's Brunson. Brunson backing in. Looking for Hart. Hart gets the ball. Shot clock at 10. Knicks look a little stagnant on offense. Here's Bridges. Bridges now double team. Hart open. Puts the 3. It's good. Josh, the hitman Hart, hits another 3. We're all even at 65. White is going to shoot the 3. That's what they want to do. They hit another 3. You got to stay with the 3. You got to stay with the trail guard because that's what they want to do. Here's Hart attacking, and there's a foul. Now, is it on Horford or Cornette? It don't matter which one of the two. You want to get them in some foul trouble. Attack, 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 in the words of Argo and Vernon. Let's go. I like it. Let's attack. And beautiful. The Knicks, you want to shoot threes? They're going to attack. They're going to attack on the transition. Hart to the line. Hart hits the first free throw, 66-68. Knicks down by 2. We're just 2 minutes into the third quarter. That's a quick entrance for Pritchard because they're trying to protect their bigs. They're in some little bit of a third pick foul, or no hit Mitchell Robinson on the floor either. So they're going to play a little small. That should benefit the Knicks. He hits a pair of free throws, 67-68. Knicks down by 1. All right, 2 minutes into the third quarter now. White will bring the basketball up. White guarded by Bridges, top of the key now. Keeping his dribble alive, wants a screen. Guarded by Anunoby on the switch. Oh, now White crossover. White spins. White pull, and there's a foul. Now they're calling a little bit ticky-tack. Now, Crony Brothers makes the call on OG Anunoby. 20 points for Josh Hart. Big task is letting us know. Now they're going to get a little ticky-tackish. We don't need that right now. If you're going to be ticky-tackish, go on both sides of the court. White to the line. Let's see what's happening on the YouTube app. 69. 67. Boston up by 2. YouTube, you're quiet, YouTube. Let's go. We got a lot of viewers. Let's go. Hit that like. He misses, in the words of Chef Dan, board online. 69, 67. Let's go. Here's Jalen Brunson. Here's Brunson again driving. Brunson stops. Brunson underneath. Brunson keeping his dribble alive. He got Cornette pulling him back out. Shot clock at 7. Now Hart. Hart now with the ball. Hart now driving baseline. Spins. Shot. He's gonna pull up the shot. It's no good. That hits the front of the rim. I thought I was going through the rim, but it hits. No good. Here's Holiday now. Loses the ball. Hart. Now a scuffle. Holiday now. Here's White. Puts up the shot, and they're gonna call offensive foul on White. Brunson finally gets a call going the other way. 69-67. Oh yeah, he got hit in the face. He got hit in the throat. He got hit in the. Oh, Boston's challenging it. That's a tough one, Masula. And Masula's hot with the officials. He's got to be separated by Popeye Jones. Masula's hot. I don't know. He looks like Nia Long. Hot. Against the officials there on Ide Udoka a couple years ago. He looks hot. Ooh, got hit in the face. I mean, what is Brunson supposed to do? He's moving with the ball. He's not, and he just rose up. Let's see what the call is. I'll have a pretzel while we wait. They overturned it. They changed it to a Brunson foul. Wow. But they lost the timeout, though. They lost the timeout. They could challenge one more play. That they call a foul there. Brunson's third foul. White will get some free throws though. Yeah, Curly. I hear you. Wow. They give people with the high section 321. They must know who gets that prize because they have this all of a sudden the cheerleaders are there planted. All right. So that's give another assist. That's the third assist for the officials here tonight. 67-69. In the words of Chef Dan, the ball don't lie. White misses the free throw. He hits one of two, 70-67. Knicks down by 3. 9:07 here. Brunson will bring the ball. 24 points for Derek White, 7 of 11. So he's come up big for the Celtics offensively. Brunson with the ball, 13 on the shot clock. Brunson wants a high screen. Brunson now. And that's poked away by Drew Holiday, 8 on the shot clock. Knicks will retain. Curly, I need OG to be more aggressive. Here's a give and go to Hart. Hart got fouled, and Cornette picks up another foul. I love it. Get that clown in trouble. Get him off the court. Good cut. Good cut. Hart to the free throw line. Hart missed that one. You could tell he's short. The alligator on that one. 67-70. And he hits the free throw. 68-70. Knicks are 16 of 19 on the free throw line. Boston 9 of 15. Here's Brown. Brown guarded by Karl-Anthony Towns. He needs to come alive here. And there's a silly foul, is fourth on Towns. I don't know what more Towns and Brown baited him beautifully. That was a flop. Yeah. He baited him beautifully. Oh my goodness. Oh, I got killed. Wow. They're not going to review. They're not going to overturn it, but free throws for Brown. It's the first one, 71-68. Karl-Anthony Towns 4 foul. I need him. I need him to come alive. I need Towns to come alive here. And stay out of the foul trouble. We're gonna need him. We're gonna need him. especially if Tom Thibodeau is not playing Achua. 72-68. Knicks down by 4. All right, here we go. Brunson. Knicks got to answer here. Let's go. Jalen Brunson, top of the key. Brunson. Hart thought about it. Hart driving. Hart to Towns. Towns underneath. Blocked by Cornette. Towns got to come up strong. 72.2 on the shot clock. Knicks were having underneath the basket. Not a good possession. You have Holiday on the mismatch, and Cornette comes over. Brunson will be the inbounder. They're going to have to catch. They have time here to set something up, but Towns with the ball. Towns going to put it up. Missed it. Here comes the Celtics. Holiday thought about the 3. Now White's going to step in rhythm for 3, and he got it. Watch. 75-68. Come on, we can't have this shitty third quarter. Let's go, fellas. Timeout. He needs to go up strong, Big Task. Yeah. They need to go. Towns got to go up strong, man. Got to go up strong. And again, they leave White open the top of the key all alone. These guys hitting it. You have to stay with him. Vernon says we got them just where we need them. Knicks lackadaisical defense is killing them. We got to defend the 3-ball better. I agree with you. We definitely got to defend the 3-ball better, Curry. We definitely need that 3-ball. Yes, Auntie. She finished eating her snack. Remember, she was out earlier eating her snack. We finally got some dancers. There we go. Yeah. Give me OG some rhythm, Precious some light. Right now, OG's been a little quiet. I want OG a little aggressiveness here to close out. I need OG to be a little aggressive closing out this third quarter. You still got time. I need him. I need some aggressiveness from OG Anunoby. I hate timeouts. I get you because you want to get in rhythm. Are we waiting for the timeout? We're waiting for the timeout. Have you noticed there isn't nobody who's in the house tonight? I don't see a sense of urgency from our guys. Argo, I think they're waiting for the fourth quarter for that sense of urgency, Argo, where they're going to put balls to the wall, pedal to the metal. I don't think they're going to do it now in the third. I think that fourth quarter, the Knicks have been the stronger fourth quarter team throughout the whole entire postseason on all the games, even the ones they lost. So they know when to pick that gear up, but you don't want to be in a deficit where you have to do this every time. You got to keep it close here. Here's Brunson with the ball. Knicks coming out. Here's Brunson with the basketball. Brunson working. Jalen Brunson, shot clock at 14, plenty of time here. Brunson with the dribble. Now Brown all over him. Step back, puts up a three. No good, front of the rim. Rebound by the Celtics. Pritchard with the ball. Extra pass to White's going to put up a three. And there's a foul call. This is where the officials, the Knicks, they're beating themselves. They're letting the officials dictate the game. You got to move the basketball. I don't like this. You can't play 5-on-8. I thought that Brunson, when he shot the three and they didn't give him that space, was more egregious than this, but it's still a foul. I hate to say it, it's still a foul, ladies and gentlemen. That's a foul. 76-68. Hard has to do a better job on that closeout. This is a little bit, the Knicks, this is a tough one here. They don't have Tatum to hold that lead, but the Knicks got to answer. 28 points for Derek White, who's having a hell of a game in the absence of Tatum. He looks like he's going to get a 30-piece for White. $77-68. Knicks have been stuck at that 68-point mark for a while. Fix is in, Knicks brethren. Nah, I hope not. I hope not, Vernon. I want to end this tonight. Here's Brunson. Brunson crossover. 7:36 here. Here's Jalen Brunson with the ball. Brunson dancing. Brunson stops. Hart, top of the key. Thought about the three. Now Brunson, actually Hart, pump fakes. Blocked by Cornette. But he gets the ball back and he turns it over. Oh, come on, fellas. That's Cornette. Go. And I like Hart is going after him, but the wrong person to go after Cornette, in my opinion. It should be Karl-Anthony Towns going after Cornette, not Hart. 78-68. Knicks down by 10. Here's Brown. Brown stops. Brown kicks it in the corner. Pritchard for three. Pritchard for three hits it. 13-point lead. Now the stupid crowd is involved. This is where, come on. 68-81. They need an answer. We need an OG bucket. Let's go, Hart. Or Towns has to come alive. Back to the basket. Karl-Anthony Towns. Here's a double team. Towns to Hart. Hart has a mismatch on Cornette. Here's Brunson. Brunson with the ball. Brunson nowhere to go. Double team. Hart puts it up for three. And no good. Towns with the offensive rebound. And there is a no call there as Cornette swipes it again from Towns. Towns is starting to irk me. Here's Holiday. Back again. Brown thought about Pritchard's going to put the long three. No good. Rebound. Towns gets the rebound. We'll give it to Bridges. Let's go. We need a bucket here. We've been stuck on 68 points for a while. Here's Brunson. Jab stepping. Brunson over to Towns. Towns thought about the three. Wow, a lot of contact there. No call on Holiday now. Brunson. Jalen with the ball. Jalen backing in. Backing in again. Puts up the shot. It's good. Jalen Brunson. Oh, 70-81. Maybe we should think about bringing a two-man to two guard, the two center lineup here. Bring the Twin Towers in because something that gives fits to the Celtics. But here's Brown. Brown stops. And he gets the, oh, my God, a foul on Anunoby. Free throws now. That was just a great shot by Brunson. 5:47 here. No substitution for the Knicks yet. He misses the first free throw. Ball on line, Chef Dan. Boston's missing a lot of free throws as Houses coming in. Cap keeps getting blocked because he's going up soft. Yeah, Cornette is becoming this all-world rim protector. I mean, he's good, but he's not that great. Another free throw coming up. He misses both free throws. Ball don't lie, definitely. So Knicks got to capitalize here. Here's Brunson. Boston is 9 of 14 from three-point land. Knicks are 3 of 4. Brunson. Kicks it. Bridges for three. That's no good. Cornette, not a good look. We need some ball movement. We need some easy buckets, some cutting to the basket. Here's Brown. Brown kicks it. Hauser, Pritchard. Pritchard thought about the three. Hauser's going to catch and shoot the three, and he hits it. That's what Celtics want to do. They got a lot of Caucasian guys who wants to shoot the three ball. You have to stay with them. 14-point Celtic lead. Oh, come on. Timeout, 5-10. We had a timeout on the court as Big Task. I pop Big Task. I love when I pop Big Task. Timeout. Look at Grandma. Hey, isn't the nursing home? Aren't you doing a nursing home in about 10 minutes? Oh, Triple H. Oh, that's a good sign for the Knicks. Oh, we got this. One possession, one half, one quarter at a time, Argo. Before we let's not put the horse before the cart. Let's complete it. And Towns just. No, Thibodeau hasn't done any sub here with the so far. All right, 14-point deficit. Knicks got to answer here. They need to finish this third quarter strong, getting into the fourth, keeping the Celtics doubting here. Led by 14, each a game of this series. Here's Anunoby. Here's Brunson. Brunson blocked by Cornette. That guy again. 5 blocks for Cornette. He's out there looking like freaking the Kembe Mutombo with the blocks. Here's a 3. Rebound as Pritchard got away with a push in the back. Here's White. No, misses an air ball. Knicks will have it. I mean, the referee's got to see the push in the back on the offense. They're getting away with a lot of different stuff. They're doing the Pat Riley school. They can't call everything. 14-point deficit. Knicks need a bucket here. They need an answer offensively. They need someone to spark other than Jalen Brunson to close out this third quarter. Usually Bridges comes up live in their fourth, but we need OG who's been quiet. OG with the basketball. Now Bridges on the curl. Bridges, mid-range. Got it. Mikal Bridges. The Knicks needed that. 12 points. Hauser to cutting. No rim protection there. 86-72. Hauser gets an assist. Holiday with the layup. Anunoby. Again, no Mitchell Robinson still. 405. OG going strong, but no, he gets his own rebound. OG now. Josh Smith Memorial. Here's Bridges for 3. No good. They're missing some shots. Here's White. Come on, stop lagging. Pritchard for 3. No good. Rebound by Anunoby. Here comes Hart. Over to Anunoby. Anunoby to Towns. Count it. No, foul. Go for the 2. He can't even get an and 1. That should have been an and 1. Hauser picks up the foul. Towns is right now struggling. I thought Towns was going to have a huge game here for the Knicks closing out. I was totally fooled. I'm sorry. I was saying Towns is going to have over 24 points. I think I said 27, to be honest with you. And right now, I'm a little disappointed. This is a closeout game for your mom's favorite basketball team, a team that you grew up watching. I expected him to put this team on his back here in this game, number 5, and put the Knicks into the Eastern Conference Final. There's plenty of time still in the basketball game to come alive, but he hits the free throw. Right now, 86-73. I'm a little disappointed. With Karl-Anthony Towns so far here, but there's still plenty of time to change that narrative and take that stench off for Cat. And starts by hitting this next free throw as it's 73-86 with 3:33 in the third quarter. and he hits both free throws, 74-86 with 3:33. Knicks could close on a run, close this third quarter on a run, make the Celtics sweat going into that third quarter, doubting with no Tatum. Here's Brown. Brown with the ball. Brown with the basketball. Brown drives. Brown stops. There's a foul. That's the fourth foul on Jalen Brunson. So the officials are calling a little tight here in the third quarter. That's Brunson's fourth. And right now, you have to keep Brunson on the floor because Cameron Payne has not been positively well for minutes for Brunson. Why he isn't doing, and that's another Jody Davison. Why has not done any substitution on the 3:17 mark? And again, it looks like he hasn't had anyone. Everyone's sitting on the bench. That's the thing that a lot of people kill Coach Thibodeau is that. But I got to give him credit what credit is due. And he rattles that first one. The Knicks have been, and now we get some subs. McBride and Mitchell Robinson both coming in. The team has been playing strongly in the fourth quarter. They've been the best fourth quarter team in the Eastern Conference all playoff series. Yeah, Towns needs to sit. He needs to gather up a little bit. He needs to come back in to start the fourth quarter, and I need him to come alive. Put the team on his back here. As Bridges is going to have a seat there because he's going to get ready to go in that fourth quarter to start. Well, hopefully the Knicks could make on a run this 3 minutes here where they could bring these hot players. And these players could contribute off the bench. And he misses another free throw for the Celtics. Ball online, 87-74. And there is a foul, the Hakamich. Here we go. We start with the Hakamich, and that's on Hauser. But they're going to put him over the team, over free throws coming up. That's what I want to see. I want to see them going into that and get guys in foul trouble. That's what I've been saying. And Tom Thibodeau, foolish of him to bringing him Mitch, putting him now with 3:02. Where you should have bought Mitchell Robinson a little tiny bit earlier so they could get some players in some foul troubles and you can get some free throws from other players. As Mitchell Robinson hits another free throw, 75-87. He has 7 points, 5 of 5 from the free throw line. So 5 points of his 7 has come from the free throw line. He has 11 rebounds. And he hits another free throw. Mitchell Robinson, 76-87. So 6 of 6 for Big Mitch. All right, Brown. Brown with the ball. Brown. And Mitchell Robinson had a hand on that one. Good job. The Knicks playing some defense. Here comes Brunson. Brunson's going to correct. Brunson now driving. Brunson stops. Brunson in the paint. Throw up the glass. No good. Back tap. Rebound right to the hands of the Celtics. Pritchard. Pritchard with the ball. Now to White. White now. Euro. And Hart takes the ball, but they get a bailout foul. Come on, Rev. How did you see it with so many players in the way? How did you see a foul when you had like about 7 players in front of you? That's Brunson's 5th foul. Hits the free throw. 88-76 as Brunson's going to have to take a seat. We really definitely, if whoever, I'm going to see who's coming in for Brunson, if it's going to be Bridges or it's going to be Payne. That's 5 fouls for Brunson. No, it was Bridges coming in for yeah. Ooh, they're trying it. 89-76. McBride's going to run the point. Miles McBride. Here's Hart. Hart holding the ball. Hart to Anunoby. Back on the basket. Anunoby up. A lot of contact. A Cornette with another block and saves the ball. As Anunoby stays stationary. Thought he was going to get a call. They're not giving the call there. Cornette with 6 blocks. Here's Brown. Pump fakes. Back over here to Hauser. Over to White. White with the ball. White driving. Kicks it out Cornette. Cornette stationary over to Hauser. Hauser to Cornette. Cornette up and under with the dunk. Cornette is becoming an issue for the Knicks. And why? Because no one's going at him on the offensive end. Hart. And a turnover by the Celtics. Damn, the Knicks are giving this game away. Come on. 2 minutes here, 91-76. He got 6 blocks, 8 rebounds, 8 points for Luke Cornett. Here's White with the basketball. Cornett gives it to Brown. Brown with the ball. Jab stepping. Brown working. Brown switching. Brown puts up a 3 over and no good. Box out, but Pritchard out of the all people get the rebound off a Hart. Really? This is the come on. That was a backbreaker, in my opinion. Brown locked away, and they're going to say Boston ball with 1 second on the shot clock as Brown now goes down a little bit in some pain. One second on the shot clock, 90. We got 90, 80, no, 84 seconds before we go to the fourth quarter. The Knicks need to act like this is an elimination game. I agree with you. We haven't have a Knicks fan enter the chat yet. We don't know what Jack City is. We don't know. Here we go. Richard, shot clock violation. Knicks will have it. Here comes Hart. Bridges. Bridges with the ball. Bridges driving. Bridges nowhere to go. Anunoby. OG now going strong. Up. Got it. Offensive foul. Oh, my God. How was that an offensive foul? He wasn't stationary. That was offensive foul. Thibodeau's not challenging. They let him go. Blocked by Mitchell Robinson. He's playing some defense still. Here comes the Knicks. McBride with the ball. McBride. Driving. Pull-up jumper. No good. Rebound. Right to the hands of the Celtics. Knicks aren't getting nothing on offense. Hauser going to put up a 3. That's no good. Mitchell Robinson with the ball. Now Bridges. And that's stolen, knocked out, but Knicks will have it. Mitchell Robinson got away with a push in the back. Friday Night SmackDown, Nate Dogg. And then, of course, they'll bring the basketball up here. Saturday night's main event. After Monday Night Raw and all that good stuff. Here is Bridges. Actually, no, McBride. Bridges. Lost the ball, but it will be knocked out by the Celtics. 4 on the shot clock, though. 9.4 seconds here. OG now. Hart puts up a 3. No good. Back top. Bridges has the ball. Puts it up. As he goes to the fourth quarter, 91-76. Fourth quarter time. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Yeah, I got you, Vernon. I'm a little bothered with that third quarter performance from the Knicks. I'm also bothered with Tom Thibodeau not bringing in Mitchell Robinson early to neutralize the Cornett factor, and I'm also disappointed in Karl Anthony Towns. I'll be right back. Give me 2 seconds. Fourth quarter time. I'm here, fellas. Hold on a second. All right, back. I think the third quarter was staged. Jody, I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, how much bad we played. Yeah. What? We Knicks need to start on a run. One possession, one possession at a time. Let's go. Let's make this the final home game for the Celtics. All right, fourth quarter time. Boston will have the possession. Let's go. Defense. White. Holiday. Hauser. Holiday. Mitchell Robinson there. Hauser for three. No good. Mitchell Robinson with the rebound. Good start. Let's go. Here's Brunson. Bridges. Bridges, top of the key. Bridges in front of White. Bridges, free throw line extended. No good. Back top. Offered good box out there. Just block the three. Don't let the three ball go. Hofford puts up a three. Of course, three ball. Damn. Bridges, Towns, back to Brunson. Now here's Bridges. Now Bridges give and go to Mitchell Robinson, loses the ball. They have not learned their lesson. Do not. Here's Holiday for three. That's good. No, misses. Hofford was there. I thought he had that three. As this stream is so slow. Brunson's going strong. There's a lot of contact, and they get a whistle. The Knicks quit? I don't think so. I think they're not getting calls. They're attacking the basket. So at least Brunson hasn't quit. You see him attacking the basket, going to full force there. Remember, Brunson has 5 fouls. Brunson to the free throw line. He misses a free throw. Come on, Jalen. No, we're going to be down by 20. We are down by 20. Excuse me. You guys are really going to make me do a game on Friday, right? Let's go. A smackdown. He hits it. 96-77. Holiday with the ball. Holiday left open for three. Holiday hits the three. You got to stay with your man, guys. Let's go. 99-77. This team, all it wants to do is shoot the three. Stay on the perimeter. Brunson. McBride. McBride dancing. McBride now. Step. Jumper. No good. Why is this stream lagging tonight? Hauser loses the ball, but it'll still be Boston ball poked away by Mitchell Robinson as my stream is lagging. I apologize if you're watching on the playback, but I don't know what in the world is going on. It is uber lagging here. I want a crisp stream. Holiday with the ball. Drive. Blocked by Towns. Comes up with a defensive play. Here comes back again. Bridges. Here is Brunson. Brunson goes down, and there's a foul on Horford. I'm gonna be honest with you. That was a bailout call, but he's a superstar. He gets that call. Brunson's bleeding through his knee. Ooh, he should challenge that. He's gonna challenge it. I think Masul is challenging that. 99-77. I don't think he pulled the chair. He pulled the chair on Brunson, but he won't have any challenges left. He might win that challenge. He might win that challenge, guys. But he has no more challenges left. But the Knicks got to go on a run. But the Knicks got to find something offensively. They got to do something. I'm very disappointed in Karl Anthony Towns. We need to go on a good run. Yes, yes, Curly Goddess. But right now we haven't been able to. We earned since the first half. It's a coach's challenge. And the D is non-existent. The D is non-existent with, and also the rotation. I mean, let's see. I don't see a foul. I'm sorry. As much as I want to get our team going and we want to clinch tonight, I don't see a foul. His foot tripped Brunson. You know what? You know what? You're right, Vernon. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful call. I didn't see the foot to foot, Vernon. I'll be honest with you. I was looking at hands. I did not look at the foot. Good call. Great call. This is why I love our chat, man. They reel us in. They see things where we don't see. That's why we ask you to participate in the chat. If you're just spectating on the YouTube app, on the X app, that's why we ask you to come to the playback. Is we treat it like a Discord, and we ask you to participate, and that's why we see the game different. That's the purpose of the watch along. Yes, it's not just to watch; it's to participate in the chat and see what you see and conversate with other fellow Knicks or basketball enthusiasts. That's why we do a watch along. Vernon got us a good point. I didn't see the foot to foot contact. That's why I do these watch alongs. That's why I urge you, if you're watching, hearing my voice, come on over and participate in the chat. That's why the chat participation is uber important on anybody's watch along, not just on mine, on anyone else's watch along as well. That's why, as a content creator, as a watch along host, we want to hear your feedback because it lets us know that we're engaging and we're having a two-way talk. And I love it. Thank you, Vernon. Appreciate it. All right, Knicks get a call here. Capitalize, fellas. Go on a run. Let's go. Plenty of time in this game. NBA is a game of runs. There's plenty of time here. Let's go. If you want to be, if you want to take your next level, you have to go out and beat the champions. All right, here we go. 99-77. They'll inbound the ball to Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson with the basketball. Top of the key now. Here's McBridges. Bridges with the ball. Alley-oop to Mitchell Robinson. Robinson comes down with it. Back to Bridges. Bridges now driving. Mid-range floater. No good. Back tap. Towns gets it. Towns puts it back up. It's good. Karl-Anthony Towns, who has been getting some offensive rebounds in the fourth quarter. Big for the Knicks. That three-point play put back in game number 4 was huge. We need that from Towns. Here's White. Up. No. Good. Rejected by the Knicks. Here comes the Knicks now. Brunson. I wish it would not lag. Brunson again. Brunson strong to the basket and gets a foul. So the Knicks stop the clock here with 9:07. And he will go to the free throw line. That's how the Knicks got to go. Drive. Get some calls, hit your free throws, and score with the clock off with a deficit that big. That was a great defensive play there by Bridges on White as they show the replay. 79-99, Knicks down by 20, but 9:07, plenty of time to make a run. It starts with Brunson at the free throw line now. Brunson to the line. Brunson hits the free throw here. It is 80-99, 19-point deficit for the Knicks. Some may say this is where the Knicks want them. Brunson completes 4 free throws. So 99-81. Brown is going to step up, get back off the get ready to go. Press. Yeah, stay with the three-point shooting. White now. Kicks it out. Pritchard. Pritchard spins. Pritchard stops. Pritchard dance. Steps back for 3. Pritchard hits the 3. Son of a bitch. And Brunson cannot play tight on him because he has 5 fouls. 12 points for Pritchard. I told you we have to keep him under 15. 12. Here is Bridges down to Towns. Towns has to put the team on his back. Towns spins. Towns. Layup. Mitchell Robinson. Loves ball. Picked up. Brunson gets the ball. Brunson Euro. And White commits the foul. You can't challenge. 102-81. Brunson to the line. You get it. Brunson goes to the free throw line. The clock is stopped. And he gets to put points on the board with the clock stopped. And Knicks already in the bonus here early. Brunson hits his first free throw. 102-82, still 20-point Boston Celtics lead. All right. Celtics trying to hold on here. This 20-point lead with 8:25. Brunson looking to cut into it, making it back to 19. And he does. 19 points. The Knicks got to go on a nice run, a big, strong run here. Make it tight. Make it down to 2 possession here under the 4-minute mark. Here's White. White harassed by McBride. McBride all over White. Now White again with the ball. Underneath here, the corner. Oh, nice feed for Pritchard underneath. So they cut and dice. That was risky with Mitchell Robinson lurking around. Pritchard with a tough cut with the finger roll. 104-83. Here's Brunson, though. Jalen Brunson with the ball. Brunson stops. Over to McBride. Rises up for 3. McBride comes up short. Rebound by Cornette. That was a bad shot there by McBride. I don't know if they got a piece on the defender. Here's Brown. Thought about the 3. Now Brown driving. Brown up and under. And Holiday. That's what, if the Celtics are going to win this game, that's what they need to do. Guys are got to cut to the basket and get the easy buckets. If they're going to sit there and chuck threes, they're going to come up tight. If they're working, running, and cutting to the basket, maybe that's a dynamic that the Celtics need with no Tatum. But timeout 106-83. I'm not liking this game 5 here. Boy, when I see it, boy, does this look like a Vince McMahon scripted The Knicks will win it at home. You got to lose this game as the Celtics because we can't have our NBA champion get gentlemen swept. I mean, come on. NBA gets a lot of ridicule about being fixed and scripted, but when you see games like this, it makes you scratch your head. Because they were playing strong until they hit that locker room. All of a sudden, in that locker room, we got all of a sudden this I don't know what the hell we saw from the Knicks here from the second half. The poorest third quarter that's leaking into the third, into the fourth quarter. This is not the team we saw all all these games in the postseason, especially in the fourth quarter and all the playoff games. Tibbs didn't approach this game differently. He burned out the starters. And this is a game, Vernon, that he could experiment with playing some more guys. Like a Larry Shamit should have played a little game. There we go. Larry Shamit or Precious Achua, get some type of a wrinkle for Boston where they're not going to see it. I'm like, damn, this out, and the Knicks might catch some fire on this one game. But he went with the same old hits where Boston is prepared. That's what part of a 7 game series is. You got to make certain adjustments and changes, wrinkles to see if the team makes that right adjustments. Hey, you're on the phone. There you go. Jump up and down. There we go. There we go. Be excited that you're on TV. Damn, if that's the case, D-Ross, then what are we doing with sports then? If he's like, oh, we gotta lose this game to get that $1 billion ticket gate for Friday, what are we doing then? What are we doing? Where's then what's the commissioner's role of the integrity of the game? Go out and win it. If you have a team to beat, no matter where, if it's at home, on the road, go win it. You can't be so cocky and confident. I'm gonna sell more tickets, so we'll go out there and lose this game in Boston. You gotta win these games. You got to win these games, especially with a team that hasn't been to the conference finals since 2000. Go out there and win it. You don't play with destiny. You don't play with faith. You don't go, oh, we'll win it at home. You go out there and win. I said it early though. You got 3 games to win one. And if the Knicks don't win this and don't advance, you had 3 opportunities to win just one with no Tatum. But we're not there yet. There's plenty of basketball. 7:36 here, 83-106. Although the minutes are dwindling against the Knicks here, but still, there's still until that final score board says 0-0 on the time in the game. There's still plenty of time. There's still hope, especially with the modern NBA 3-point shooting. The Knicks haven't showed us anything that they could get into it with shooting the 3 ball, but still, you still cannot lose. You cannot lose faith in this team as the Knicks will inbound the ball. Brunson. Here's Jalen Brunson now. Brunson got fouled. So Brunson got fouled. He's going to go to the free throw line with the clock stopped at 7:30. One thing the Knicks are doing good. They're stopping the clock and scoring, but they're not making any adjustments on the defensive end to come up with stops. That's the issue. I wish they would have done this in the third quarter. But and let's go. 20 points for Brunson. He has 6 assists, 7 of 17 from the field. Brunson to the line. Brunson to the line. Hits it. 84-106. Hits the free throw. 2 of 2. 106-85. 21-point lead for the Celtics. 7:29 here. The Knicks got to go on some runs. Got some easy buckets. They need some steals. They got to play defensively. They have to have a hell of a run. And as a foul, Brunson, that's Brunson 6. Oof. Now the mountain got really steeper. No Jalen Brunson, your best clutch player, your closer now. Brunson fouls out. Not a bad thing because now Brunson will sit for 7-19 with another game. Wait, Brunson. Oh, they're gonna challenge it. Thibodeau's gonna try to save Brunson. I mean, at this point, you're down by 20 plus points. You try to make a challenge. If the referees do something to change, you keep Brunson on the court. You prolong the inevitable. Hey, why not? That's a risk. You take a chance. I don't think they're going to win that challenge. I think that's a wasted timeout and a challenge. But you never know what they see there. He got hit in the junk. They could say Brown led with his knees into the junk area to Brunson. Who knows what these officials see? Does it benefit the NBA to have Brunson on the court here, not get called for a stupid foul like that? A ticky tack. Maybe they overturn it. You never know. He got kneed right into the. He got right kneed into the junk. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know what the call is. Here we go. Yeah, they're gonna uphold it. Brunson's gone. They went quick. They went quick on that one. Tibbs wants to protect this player. Now Tibbs wants to protect this player. I mean, he had to now, but there would have been a better call where he could have used that timeout, Vernon. I totally agree with you. Not a sharp game coaching wise for Tom Thibodeau here in Game 5. Brunson will foul out, but he's going to sit on that bench. He's going to be pissed. So Game 6 is going to come out like a house of fire. If there goes 6, there's still time here. There's still time. I'm not calling this game yet, although the time is dwindling. Now here we go. Pritchard, Brown again. Shot clock at 3. Brown's going to rise this one, and he hits this one. Ooh, that's a tough shot. He's feeling it. 108-85. They just got to make it difficult on us, this team. Bridges. And that was almost stolen, but Anunoby comes up with the steal. Anunoby now, he has a subpar game. He was hard. And that's blocked by Cornet again, his 7th block. They inbound the ball to McBride. McBride again rises for 3, and there's a foul. No, they can shot clock violation. I thought there was a whistle. I could have sworn I heard a whistle, but no. $108.85. We're almost close to the halfway point of the fourth quarter. White with the ball. We're getting punked, D-Ross says. Especially from Cornet. Alley-oop to Cornet with the reverse dunk. Yeah, that's now D-Ross. We got punked. 110-85. Hey, Celtics fan, enjoy. If you're enjoyed big, this is your final game of your regular season. Enjoy it here. Towns, layup is good. The referees lead the games with the assist. This is a second game in a row that they were atrocious. The Knicks overcame the last game, with the terrible officiating. This time around, another Tony Brothers masterpiece of how to bend over the Knicks and screw them. Here comes Hart. Now we need is that lady referee next game. You know which one I'm talking about. Oh, my God. Hart. Towns gets the ball. Towns put up the shot. Gets a roll. Towns coming hopefully now scoring. Let's go. That's his 16 point. Boy, he feels like he hasn't been a non-factor. He's got 16 points. The most softest 16 points in this game. Here's Pritchard wide open for 3, and he hits it. 113-89. 17 point for Pritchard. So he passed that 15-point plateau, but they didn't need him to shoot. Here's Hart. Hart has over 20. Was this a total fix? It looks like it because they want a money grab. They need something for Friday night. and they're gonna go off a blocking foul. Okay, finally. I thought they were gonna call that against Towns. They need money. They need TV ratings. Their TV ratings suck. They want to have important games. If the series goes short, this is all a part of the agenda. Their ratings are plummeting. People are complaining about the regular season being long. They, especially when the top seeds are getting knocked out. Such a long regular season. What's the point of getting the 1 seed, 2 seeds? They're talking about the load management. The commissioners forcing players to play. The league is in a little bit of a shambles. I'm gonna be honest with you. With all the naysayers and all the different talking heads and all the different podcasters that are bringing to the light of all this stuff. The commissioners reacting to the internet trolling, the internet negativity, similar to the wrestling community as well as the basketball community. With all the negativity, they put an in-season tournament. Let's face it, it's not working. We thought it was a great deal. We thought it was going to be a great stuff. The regular season, the in-season tournament is not working. It's not good. Nobody in the major media outlets, they dislike it. They never got behind it, and it never took off because remember, I always said everyone's like a parrot copycat. As there's a jumper for Brown 115 to 91. Right now, they need the league to go 7 games. They need to go series to go long, where they show the regular season matters. That it's not teams go in there. What's the point of regular season if you win all these games and you lose in the postseason? They don't want So there's a foul here, a technical foul. Towns to the line. 4:30, 4:23 here. The clock stopped, but Towns has a free throw. $92, 115. I mean, this is a little bit. I think that the deficit is so ahead for the Celtics. I think they win this game tonight. We're going to game 6. You got something for Friday night, and I'm afraid of the officiating because the NBA would love a game 7 on a Sunday night. Well, especially New York City with the ratings, New York and Boston. That was my worry. That's why I wanted to finish this game in 5. And Towns just fumbles the ball like a klutz. That was clumsy there, Towns. 115 to 192. That's how the Knicks. That's how that possession there for County Towns summarizes the way the Knicks played tonight. Clumsy. That was clumsy. That was extremely clumsy, and that's how the Knicks came out tonight. They were good in the first half, and in the second half, they were clumsy. Boston, of course, you also got to give credit to the Celtics. They're the defending world champions. They didn't want to get gentlemen swept on their home court. They were inspired maybe for Tatum, and there's a foul. Finally, the referee calls a foul on Luke Cornett. I mean, it's under 4 minutes. Why are you calling whistles now? I mean, this game is come on. And OG had a subpar game. I'm sorry. 5 points, 8 rebounds to assist. Scoring wise, OG was not assertive. He's going to have 6 points, probably 7 if he hits his free throw, but he has to be more assertive on the offensive end. If the Knicks want to move to that next round, that next step, he needs to be a little more assertive, a little more aggressive on the offensive shots, and he misses the free throw. Towns comes up with a rebound, but he loses it again, and that's the indicative of the Knicks. The Knicks had the offensive rebound. Towns had it in his hands. He fumbled it out of bounds, and Boston has it. And the Knicks did good things there. They had the opportunity to get that rebound and possibly, get 3 points there on that trip. And just like that, they fumbled it away. That's the game. That's the way the Knicks for some reason with prosperity, for some reason can't handle it. There's a rifle pass, backdoor cut. 117 to 93. They're just pouring it on here, making a statement. They're not dead. And that's all that is. A statement. That's a statement victory for the Celtics. Where now and that's hard for a 3-point shot. All it does is going to fuel the national media to say how the Knicks are going to choke this away. Don't count Boston out. Windhurst is already talking negative about the Knicks. Then everyone now that says the Celtics, oh well, it's going to be in 7 now. There is no respect for the Knicks. And as a 3-ball, by how especially when they're shooting the 3-ball this good, it makes you think. As Anunoby, and he misses the 3. That's how it been. The Knicks cannot answer the 3-ball, and instead of shooting there, they're 1 of 5 for 3-point in the fourth quarter. Instead of going toe to toe, tit for tat for the Celtics for threes, they just need to drive to the basket, get the easy, get the jumpers, get the buckets, then work on defense. What did I tell you? Work them on offense, work them, have them work on offense so their shots are tired on the defense, on the offensive end for the Celtics. But they cannot conveil here. Looks like we're gonna have to put the champagne on ice for another, keep it on ice for another 48 hours. The Knicks down here, 26 points. And the Celtics shot the three ball well. I thought in the third quarter, referee dictated a lot of the stuff where the Celtics got a little away, and the Celtics capitalized. I can't give them any. I can't. Yeah, we're game them. We'll get them in the real garden. Here we go. They inbound the ball here as they got their subs in. Achua now coming in the game, and the Knicks empty out their bench. We got 2.5, 20 minutes. At home, it is. I think so too. I mean, I hope they don't come up flat at home either. And I hope my stream doesn't pause as Kodak getting some minutes. Doesn't freeze. We could get it smooth, and there's a foul away. Why are we fouling with this game? Is so out of reach with 2:11. That's a shame that Shaman is coming in now. Like really, that's a damn shame to see Randy Shaman, who has NBA championship experience, playing garbage minutes. He should be in there shooting the ball. You know what? At this point, and he misses the free throw. At this point, what he gives you, I kind of want Larry Shaman out there with the way he could spread the floor rather than Cameron Payne right now. Cameron Payne McBride has just elevated himself, and he misses both free throws right on the time. Yeah, Tibbs is whack for not playing him. He closed out the final 10 games with the Knicks on a heater, man. He couldn't miss from anywhere coming off the bench. And then you sat him to the Celtics to the Pistons series. Now you're really gonna ask him to come now to try to help you bail out. I think you lost him for this season. You lost him for the season. That's a huge disappointment. Shamit, and I don't think he'll come back next year. I'm going to say this for the record as a whole, as far as I'm disappointed about the season thus through the playoffs, body of work of Karl Anthony Towns. Okay. And that was a nice one, Dottie. You know what? Vernon, I could agree with you to a point because Towns, instead of finishing strong, he's gotten back. He's gotten regressive with the Knicks. Instead of being strong, I thought he was going to, get him great conditions on the Tom Thibodeau system, like with the remainder of the Knicks, but he's not. He's far from the December, and he is just not there. I thought he was going to be. Wow, everyone they're shooting rainbow threes from everywhere. I thought he was going to be so uber motivated to win in the postseason, play for the orange and blue for his mom, and get all that situated. Get all acclimated, get excited, and he has come up really short. I'm very disappointed on Karl Anthony Towns. Man, hopefully, you know what? All of this could get erased with a Game 6 performance. I thought he was gonna have a huge game here. Maybe the Garden, Madison Square Garden, his dad in the front row, and all that, and a reminder. Maybe that gets him going. They're gonna need a two-man. They're gonna need two guys there step up big for the Knicks on Game 6 to close out this world champion. They're right now. They're believing right now. This game 5, has given them a little bit of belief. Say, you know what? We're still defending champions regardless of Jason Tatum. We could play different. We could play our brand. Cornette's gonna block they know that the role players and each individual is gonna have a role to play. If we do our jobs, we could force a Game 7. Cat is the weakest link. Yeah. Cat right now, I'm not gonna lie to you. Cat it is the weakest link right now, and OG is the second, riding on the heels. Hold my beer, right? And I hate to say that OG's been really good, but OG in the last 3 games has not been of subpar. He had a good game a little bit, yes, on Game 4, but this game, McBride finally hits one. So the Knicks over the century mark. So 19 seconds, and I think that will do it. So the Knicks will go to the Game 6. Celtics hold off elimination. So this might be the final game for the Celtics here. It might be a good one for a win for them. They made Luke Cornett look like he is a rim protector. Wilt Chamberlain protecting the paint. Matembe Mutombo, Hakeem Olajuwon. But the Knicks will go to Game 6. Boston down 3 games to 2. And we'll get to the next game. I believe it's Friday, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't even made the stream. I didn't even make the thumbnail. I thought the Knicks were going to win it, but it is what it is. The stream isn't made. I'll take care of that 24 hours from now. Tomorrow, when I come home from work, I'll make sure that I make the stream for game number 6. Don't be a stranger. Return. I hope you enjoy the watch along, not the outcome. And the Knicks fall here. There's another. Remember, there's 2 more to get one. But you can't squander it. So with that said, guys, you have a wonderful evening and enjoy the rest of your night. The Knicks will get them. Game 6. Let's go. Thank you, Curly Goddess. Thank you, Vernon. Thank you, Des Payne. Thank you, Jody Davison. Thank you, Big Task at Hand. D. Ross as well. Vernon as well as Chef Dan as well. A Knick fan entered the chat. Did not enter the chat in our guy, Jack City, but I know you're all good, Jack City. I know you're probably grinding and making that money. And everyone that joined us, Nate Dogg, Super Argo, Gregory, Francisco Gregory, everyone on the YouTube app as well. Appreciate you all. We'll see you Friday night. Let's go Knicks.